The common raccoon is one of many North American species that have adapted very well to living alongside humans in cities and suburbs. These nocturnal mammals are clever and dexterous and can even learn to open waste receptacles, earning them the nickname Trash Panda. Look, Wikipedia even has a redirect. After garbage, the favorite food of the urban raccoon might be pet food. That's why I was surprised it took so long for a raccoon to find the latest crow puzzle feeder, which is usually baited with kitty kibble. This dog toy is made for mammals by mammals, so it's not a big challenge for the wily raccoon. This guy has already pulled out the top and middle shelves of the toy. The camera just didn't catch it. Speaking of dogs, the raccoon's Latin species name is Procyon lotor. The genus name Procyon translates literally to before the dog, or in my own words, proto-dog. Taxonomists used to believe that the raccoon represented a species ancestral to dogs. Actually, the common raccoon's closest relatives, besides other species of raccoon, are cacomistles and ring-tailed cats, which are not actual felines, of course. The raccoon dispenses kibble from the heavily laden bottom shelf a little at a time. Dainty. Procyon is also a hot blue star in the system Alpha Canis Minoris, also known as the Little Dog Star. I was very much into astronomy before I started birdwatching, so this is actually what first comes to my mind when I hear the name Procyon. Here the raccoon dispenses kibble in a different way, putting his paw through the middle shelf slot. You might be wondering why I've been leaving cat food out overnight, making the puzzle feeder vulnerable to this sort of attack. Well, one reason is that I want the kibble to be available to crows as soon as they wake up and start looking for breakfast. Sometimes I don't get out of bed until the crack of lunch. There is a second reason, but I'd like to defer that messy story to a later video. Many people consider raccoons to be mere pests and think that property owners should do everything they can to discourage them. But raccoons' ability to get into our stuff, even as we create more and better deterrents, illustrates just how ingenious they are. I recently watched a National Geographic video about how scientists are beginning to study and learn more about the cognition of raccoons and other backyard wildlife. There's a link to that clip in the description below. Sadly, raccoons are also a vector species for rabies, which leads some to believe that they are a menace to public health. But according to some cursory research I've done on the subject, the chances of getting rabies from a raccoon is really quite small. Some raccoons are immune to the disease, more than 20% of the population according to one source. Rabies kills quickly, so an infectious raccoon only has a couple of days to spread it. Our visitor finally dislodges the bottom shelf. He looks like he's snarling when he chews, or that he has an itchy nose. Here he completely removes the bottom shelf, releasing the rest of the kibble. He starts scooping kibble up in his paws now. The National Geographic video emphasizes how sensitive the tactile sense is in raccoons. They use their paws more than their eyes to find food. Stretch! Raccoon yoga. I call this pose the downward proto-dog. So now he has finished all the kibble in the puzzle, but he still wants more. A few days later, the raccoon comes back, and again he starts with the middle shelf for some reason. With his height, the tower's height, and his reach, he must believe that's the easiest kibble to access. Though right now, he's doing the puzzle the hard way. Once again, the top shelf follows the middle shelf. Hey, where are you going with that? Well, I guess that's one way of getting the kibble out. Now he removes the bottom shelf. Well, that was inevitable, I suppose. That night, the raccoon, I presume it's the same raccoon, shows up to the feeder quite early, before 10 p.m. I don't know why, but this reminds me of late-night snacking in college. Here again, he starts with the middle shelf, removing it quite deftly. It's kind of hard to see, but here he has removed the top shelf. And jackpot. The kibble is all gone now, but the never-ending quest for snacks continues. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it and let me know what you think in the comments. For more backyard mayhem, please consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, everyone, thank you for wild watching.